I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another review, and this is another request, this time from Ken. A paid request. Thank you so much. If anyone wants to send in requests, you just send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It'll be a review, re-review, topic reaction, list, pretty much any type of video. If you wish, of course. Now, this is one called Funny Man, which was on YouTube. And I had not heard of this film. To see how this film, it seems like it wants to have sort of that creative, energetic feel of perhaps an early Peter Jackson film. But it seemed very messy. And by the third act, it seemed as if, I don't know if it's like it didn't know where the hell it wanted to go. Or like the way it ends, I kind of went, is that the ending? Like did it just give up? Something about it. Because the idea behind the film is Christopher Lee, he's playing cards with this group of people, and this one guy wins. And as part of the bet, he wins the ancestral home of Christopher Lee's family's place in this game of poker. So the guy goes with his wife and his kids. Meanwhile, his brother is driving towards there and picks up some hitchhikers. Our lead guy is a cokehead. He is some kind of music producer. I don't even, I guess you would call him the lead, but it does this weird thing where by about 30 minutes into the film, this whole family is pretty much dead. And the lead guy, he disappears, and every once in a while, oh, he's here, he's here, he's here. And it's almost as if the movie's almost forgetting about him too. Oh shit, we forgot, he's here, he's here. Just these random asides that the funny man in question is doing. Because after a half hour and most of them are dead, then the brother arrives with these hitchhikers, and including one who has like a 70s afro. She also has tarot cards and deals with voodoo. And it's weird because, okay, the funny man in question, when the cokehead gets there with his family, there's this wheel of doom. And he spends it, and he gets the bad. There's a good and the bad, he gets the bad. Whether there is a way to get the good, I don't know, but he gets to the lose section. And this demonic jester is awakened. And the guy who plays the jester wasn't bad. You know, he's very British, has a sense of humor, and he's a wise ass, but he's not annoying like Leprechaun. He's more tolerable like Rumpelstiltskin. And that is in a way, I would say Rumpelstiltskin is a better movie of this. Is a better version of a movie compared to this. I know it's not the same plot, but I just think they're both fantasy-based, and then the lead creature has this sense of humor. But Rumpelstiltskin felt more focused, and it has this the sense of humor, yes, but Rumpelstiltskin has some nice action pieces. It was a chase scene. It just felt more focused, a more satisfying ending. It felt like it knew, whether you liked it or not, it knew where it was going. Rumpelstiltskin, I reviewed that a few months ago. I like Rumpelstiltskin, if I can learn to say it right. I wish I would get like a Blu-ray or something. I picked it up. Because I mean, you know what, this was surprisingly decent. And I just brought that up because the two demeanor seemed similar. Not accent, because this was more British. This is a British film. But like I said, the demeanor is more Rumpelstiltskin and less Leprechaun. So I didn't mind him. I forget the actor who played the jester. But very quickly, it's like, and then spoilers, so I can only do a spoiler review. So beware. Boom, he kills the kid. Drives the body away. Randomly, it will cut to Christopher Lee looking through cards that he has, or going to the camera. He's like, wise words, because he heard what the jester is saying, and almost all the time the jester is talking to the camera. He talks more into the camera than fucking Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller's Weekend Off. I mean, like, most of the time the jester, he's like, yeah, hey, how's it going? Like, the whole of his screen time, 90% of his screen time is talking to the camera. So then you're not really focused into the world is created, because it keeps breaking the wall, and you go, okay, this is obviously all for show, this is all for fun, don't take anything seriously. I can understand that course of action, but even within its story, you're not buying into it, because he, all the time, he's like, yeah, this is just a movie. He doesn't say that, but he might as well. That might as well be what he pontificates. That, hey, it's just a movie. Yeah, I'm talking to you again. Like, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, it did that. Maybe because it was a better cast, better script, funnier movie, so maybe I could deal with that more. And it seemed like after a bit, it didn't do that as much when it got into the second half. It still did it, but not as much compared to this. And again, like, there's exceptions to everything. If you want to do that, to me, it needed a much more successful script than what it managed here. Because, at least the first 30 minutes, most of the people are already dead. That we supposedly, I thought, were going to set up and get to know a bit. Again, the kid's killed, off screen, dragged away. The daughter, listen to headphones, zzz, and she gets killed with jumper cables, and then she's on fire. And I will say this: some of the kills, that's a positive. Some of the kills are fun, imaginative, like a more goofy Freddy Krueger type of imagination. And again, that's the guy who played the jester. I did give a positive note to. The kills are definitely crazy, and again, much more, for the most part, much more of a goofy, creative tone. Even when he kills someone with a bat, he's like, "I brought you this," and kills someone with it. Like I said, jumper cables to a girl, to a teen, and while she's playing a Game Boy, she gets on fire. There's a woman that looks exactly like Velma from Scooby-Doo, purposely being Velma from Scooby-Doo. With the outfit, the hair. And that's one of the times where the lead guy, oh yeah, he randomly appears. Duck! And Velma's been looking for a duck. Because she thought she heard one. So she goes, where? But the jester has a shotgun behind her and shoots. And so the brain and glasses, they fly out, bounce off something and hit like a trash can or something. That's what I mean. It's trying to be a bit of the Peter Jackson Bad Taste Dead Alive comedy. With stuff like that. There's another one where a guy's stuck in a wall and he's forced to be part of this puppet show, and one of the hand puppets has a grenade, and so that half blows up, and then the other half just flops down because the other half's been blown up. Those are creative kills. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But it did not do a good job really developing characters. Like I said, your lead's a cokehead. You don't get to know about him or the family because within 30 minutes, most of them are dead, like I said. And then the guy like randomly appears in a chimney as the jester's just fucking around, put him in different places. And then the people who hitchhiked, you don't really get to know them in the first half hour. And then boom, they're there. Is it Velma? All I know about her, she looked like Velma. One guy, the jester leads him into this strip club. And then that death scene was just taking a heel of a shoe and sticking it in the guy's eye. Which is where like some deaths are very creative, some are just that. I'll say this, the movie's ambitious. And there's creativity involved. But then there are other times where it's like, okay, the jester looks at the van that they came in. He has, I guess it's supposed to be his dick, but it looks like a shark fin. And he says like, oh, I'm Bloody Daniel, and is pissing on the van. Or he finds a porn mag, he's like, I'm off for a toss, mate. That's how he talks. And it's trying to be the Freddy Krueger, like there's different worlds, only he does it without anyone sleeping. And I think that's another thing, is that there are no rules. There are no boundaries. And in a weird way, because there's no boundaries, and because there's no rules, there's no thought process of, oh, there's no way to stop this guy. Even with Freddy Krueger, because he's limited in the dreams, there could be some type of story of maybe we could stop him, or maybe we could stop him for a while, or maybe we could stop him for good, or what, any type of chance. You don't get that here. Because if this guy can just create all these different worlds, if he can create this world where the Afro lady just climbs down, and again, makes someone stuck in the wall with a hand puppets. Like, if you could do all this, then what chance can anyone have against this guy? None. There is no chance. So then what's the story other than you're just waiting for him to kill these people off? Even Friday the 13th seems like a semblance of there's hope to escape, or there's hope to defeat. There's none of that in this. Except random... almost, well, not quite randomly, but almost the Afro chick, the voodoo. There are times earlier where you tell her hand is messing with her. I guess, and they don't really explain. She has this thing where she has a gun in her hand. Like this extends, there's a fucking cannon. And it's missing the whole fucking time. Again, they just mentioned voodoo. She's from voodoo, and I guess that explains why she had that. And even that doesn't last long. She lands in a pile of hay, and then he just comes out of her body, rips her apart. So that's not even much of a fight. Oh, the lead guy's brother wants to be a rock star, so he makes him a rock star where he shoots up in the air into an actual star. And then this thing comes, and it's the guy's face doing like a Elvis smirk. And I guess that's the point, is that he got turned to a star, however the fuck you want to put it. Again, what's wrong? It cuts this random stuff with Christopher Lee, and you find out he's in an asylum. I'm like, why do we even have all this Christopher Lee stuff? I love Christopher Lee. What is this all about, coming back to Christopher Lee? What is the point of that? What is the reason for that? Other than, oh, there's Christopher Lee, and he seems to know what's going on. And then we finally get back to the lead guy, who he's sitting on something. He's got blood all himself. He's got a bunch of arms in the shape of the jester hat. And he's got holding up a bunch of cars. That's funny. That's funny. Slumps over, just dies of his wounds, and then the movie's over. And that's why I'm like, I can see why I've never heard of this film before. This seemed like a movie where the makers were hoping to get a franchise. Like, we have this new horror character. What can this guy do next? He could do all... I'm like, but again, there is no... There's not even a battle really against the guy, other than the voodoo girl that apparently I just shoot him doesn't... It just seems messy, a bit convoluted, didn't know where it wanted to go, and then it just ends. I went, I guess that's the ending. Yeah, I guess that's it. And how can I care about anybody when they do really nothing of a job building anybody up? I mean, even Peter Jackson's bad taste. I have more, as little as it is, I have more of those lead characters in bad taste than I did in the characters in this. And that's not saying there wasn't much in bad taste either. I have more of the lead Lionel in Dead Alive. That does help along with the madness. Evil Dead films have that mad creativity, but also helps that I care about Bruce Campbell. Nightmare on Elm Street, I care about Heather Langenkamp, the Dream Warriors, Lisa Wilcox. Hell, even the people in Freddy's Dead the Final Nightmare I care more about than the people in this. So that didn't help. Again, the Jester seemed like he has no faults. He has no weakness. And he's so powerful, so then that dissipates any type of, in a weird way, any tension, because like, he's gonna win. There's no suspense. There's no, oh, if they could do that. Like, there is none. Just, he could make the entire house to a giant fucking mouth and eat everybody and be done. With all the crazy shit, he could probably do that too. He could probably make the entire fucking house explode, kill everybody, then rebuild everything, like the ending of Critters. You know, so where's any type of tension or suspense or anything with that? It's even like at the end, the funny man's like, he's smoking. He's like, beautiful day, huh? It's almost as if by the end, the lead fucking villain gave up on the movie. Like, he's smoking. He sounds fucking tired. And then he walks off. And then, you know, there's Christopher Lee in an asylum. Then there's the lead guy saying, oh yeah, I forgot about you. I don't know. Maybe people liked it more than I did. To me, it just, there's ambition and there's creativity, but I don't think there's any focus. I don't think there's any characters you do care about, and I can't really say I got into this film much at all. If you did, that's cool. I did not. You know what? Honestly, you just go on YouTube and watch Funny Man Kill Count. Funny Man 1994 Kill Count, and you kind of get what you want out of this. It's on YouTube. Funny Man 1994 Kill Count. You watch that for a couple minutes. I don't really think you're missing much of anything else. So there you go. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.